Hey everyone, now I know what you're thinking. What does popping pimples have to do with histology? Well, it's all about getting a closer look at what's going on beneath the surface. In my work, I use special tools to carefully extract contents from the skin. In histology, we use different tools, but the principle is the same: to carefully reveal and examine the intricate structures hidden within our tissues. Today, we're partnering with Special Biomed to delve into the fascinating world of histology and explore a technique that's essential for anyone working with tissues under the microscope: pinning out specimens. You see, just like a delicate flower needs to be carefully pressed and dried to preserve its beauty, our tissues need a little help to maintain their shape and structure when we prepare them for microscopic examination. That's where pinning comes in. It's a simple but crucial step that makes a world of difference in the quality of our histological preparations. Get ready to dive deep into the microscopic world as we uncover the reasons why pinning out specimens is so important. We'll explore how this technique helps us preserve the intricate architecture of tissues, prevent pesky artifacts, and ensure accurate and reliable results. So grab your lab coats and let's get started. Imagine a beautiful, sprawling building. Now imagine trying to understand its layout if it were all crumpled up like a piece of paper. That's what it's like trying to examine a tissue that hasn't been properly pinned out. Pinning out specimens ensures that the tissue's natural architecture is preserved during fixation and embedding. It's like gently stretching out a delicate fabric and securing it in place so it doesn't lose its shape. By flattening and stabilizing the tissue, we prevent shrinkage, curling, or folding, which could distort important structures like epithelial layers, muscle fibers, or those delicate vascular networks. This is essential for accurate diagnosis and research, as it allows us to see the tissue as it existed in its natural state. Fixation is a crucial step in histology, as it halts the natural processes of decay and preserves the tissue in a lifelike state. But did you know that fixation itself can actually introduce distortions if we're not careful? Imagine dropping a wet piece of cloth into a bowl. It tends to clump up and wrinkle, right? Similarly, tissues can shrink, curl, or warp during fixation, especially if they're soft or irregularly shaped. Pinning the tissue out on a flat surface, like carefully smoothing out that wet cloth, prevents these distortions. It ensures that the specimen fixes in a natural, relaxed state, so we can be confident that what we're seeing under the microscope is a true representation of the original tissue. Think of slicing a loaf of bread. It's much easier to get nice, even slices, if the loaf is stable and flat, right? The same principle applies to sectioning tissues for microscopy. For accurate histological analysis, it's essential that the tissue is sectioned in a uniform and consistent plane. This allows us to compare different areas of the tissue and make accurate observations about its structure. Pinning out the specimen flattens it and secures it in the desired orientation, making it easier to section at the correct angle. This ensures that our sections are consistent and that we're not missing any crucial details due to uneven cutting. Chapter 4 improves staining quality. Staining is like adding color to a black and white picture. It helps us differentiate between different structures and highlights important features. Properly pinned out specimens result in even exposure to fixatives and reagents during the tissue processing and staining stages. It's like ensuring that every part of the canvas receives the same amount of paint. This even exposure helps ensure that the tissue is adequately preserved and that stains penetrate uniformly, resulting in clear, vibrant, and easy-to-interpret slides. Chapter 5 prevents tissue artifacts. Artifacts are like unwanted guests at a party. They just make things messy and confusing. In histology, artifacts are any alterations or distortions in the tissue that aren't naturally present. Without pinning, specimens are prone to developing artifacts such as folds, wrinkles, or tears during the processing steps. Imagine a beautiful silk scarf that's become wrinkled and creased. It's not as appealing, is it? These artifacts can obscure important histological features and compromise the diagnostic quality of the slides. Pinning helps us avoid these unwanted imperfections, ensuring that our view of the tissue is crystal clear. Chapter 6 preserves delicate structures. Some tissues are like delicate lace. They require a gentle touch to avoid damage. Certain tissues, like embryonic tissues, thin membranes, or soft connective tissues, are particularly delicate and prone to damage during processing. Pinning these delicate structures out is like handling a precious antique. It requires care and precision. By pinning them out gently but securely, we can maintain the integrity of these structures throughout the histological workflow, ensuring that they're preserved in their natural state for examination. Chapter 7. Facilitates examination of specific regions. Sometimes, we're interested in examining a specific region of a tissue, like looking for a tiny detail in a vast landscape. When analyzing tissues with distinct regions or layers, pinning out the specimen ensures that the regions of interest are clearly visible and properly oriented in the final histological sections. It's like marking a specific location on a map. It helps us navigate the tissue and focus our attention on the areas that matter most. This is particularly important for research and diagnostics, where precise analysis is crucial. So there you have it, a glimpse into the meticulous world of histology and the importance of pinning out specimens. It's a simple technique, but as we've seen, it plays a vital role in preserving the integrity of our tissues and ensuring the accuracy of our observations. Just like a surgeon needs steady hands and a keen eye, a histologist relies on proper pinning techniques to reveal the hidden wonders within our cells and tissues. Remember, whether you're a seasoned researcher or just starting out in the lab, mastering the art of pinning is an investment in the quality of your work. Thank you for joining me on this microscopic adventure, and a special thanks to Special Biomed viewers for watching today. Until next time, keep exploring, keep discovering, and keep those pins handy.